Today I will be doing a video of lining paper and how I will be showing you how to do it as well, hopefully the same as me. I'm going to run through what tools I'm using and the methods that I'll be using to get this job done. I'm going to start with the tools first. An Albany wall covering adhesive. It is the super smooth yellow top. Good quality brush just for laying the paper on. Good quality pair of scissors just for making our cuts. The lining paper, the scissors, to be fair, don't need to be this good a quality. These are more so for a finer, more delicate type paper. You'd be able to get away with just an ordinary pair of scissors, in my opinion, for the lining paper anyway. Wooden seam roller. This wooden one is good because it's much tougher. Can actually get those seams really nice and tight up to your butt joints. Stanley knife, pack of blades, which you're going to need because we will be getting through quite a lot of these when we're doing our cuts through to the steeling and skirting borderline, as well as into the corners. Tape measure for measuring everything out that we need. Pencil. The paper that I'm using here is the Wall Rock Fibre original paper, 55 centimeters width, which is helpful. It says it on there. The grade of this is 150 GSM. That is the quality of the paper. With a lining paper that hasn't got the fibre in it, they're normally graded. So the grade I used to use was 1100, which is quite a thick paper. Another thing we need, spirit level, just for getting our straight lines. Good quality pasting table. I've got this painter's scuttle here, which I've got my paste in. Thick pile roller, just for applying the paste to the walls, which is what I'll be doing here, in opposed to pasting the paper. It's a much cleaner job, pasting the walls and then putting the paper up onto the wall, rather than carrying a soaking wet line of paper to actually put it up there. It can get a bit messy doing it that way. I prefer pasting the wall first. Some papers say you cannot do this. Some papers you have to paste the paper first and then stick it to the wall. So I'm going to be starting from this corner here. I'm not actually lining paper in this wall because that's a freshly plastered wall. It's had a mist coat and a single coat on there. I have replastered this wall here as well, and again that's had a mist coat and one coat of colour just to help the paste adhere into it, as well as that little wall over there. I've also had to redo that one, and that's followed the same procedures as well. One thing you'll need to do when you've rubbed all these walls down, like I have with these, as you can definitely see they've had a rub down, is just making sure there's no standing dust on them. So maybe give them a hoover off or a brush off or something like that. You can see here I have already just made some straight lines coming down the walls. These are the lines that I will be following, but I'm going to be papering into each corner with the lining paper. I'm not going to be papering in and coming around the corner. I'm going to be coming into the corner and I'm going to be overlapping and cutting through, just so we've got two pieces of paper there that aren't actually joined together, because sometimes the paper can just creep up, come unstuck, and it can start just pulling out of the corners there, which I don't really want to do. This room, which is being lining papered, is being painted as well, so you know, we need to make it look as professional and as seamless as we can. So like I say, I've measured in from this corner because I'm going to be coming in from there to here with this straight line here, following that into that corner, starting again off this line and papering all the way across this wall. I've taken the socket off the wall as well. This here is quite a big socket. You can see it's just coming up from the back, so this actually has two parts to it. There's the inside of it there, and there's the actual part that sticks to the wall, and then that socket screws onto it. But I want to paper right down in behind there and then fix that socket back on to the wall, just leaving a more professional and neater job. We've had quite a bit of filling as well to do underneath this window where the radiator was, and we've got a lot of fibre tape in there, and it was blown and cracked and everything else, so we've just stabilised that as well. Same with this patch here. And I think if we can just, if I can see, the reason for lining these walls is there's a lot of standing cracks in these walls from the old lava and plaster where it's just starting to give up the ghost a little bit. But with the lining paper, we'll get that on there and we'll stabilise these walls back up, enabling us to get a good finish on there, and also, you know, giving this job a good amount of lastability without knocking all this plaster off and reskimming it. We don't need to do that, not yet. This is good enough. We're going to be coming around this corner into the chimney breast, where again we're just going to come into the corners. We're going to come round. I've just popped a quick dot on here because I'm going to show you how to put a line down that wall that we're going to follow with the paper. Now I have measured it, so I'm running about 2 inches over here, so we can actually come round this part of the chimney breast and then into this corner here. So I'm going to pop you on the head cam and I'm just going to get my spirit level and my pencil, and I'm just going to show you simply just how to get a nice straight line down there that we can follow. And we're just going to get the spirit level on there. I'm going to be following this bubble. You can see that's not straight, definitely not straight. And get it in the centre. We'll follow that line, just like that, if you can see. And then we just take the line all the way up, following it, making sure it's straight, because that's what we're going to be following when we're papering. And then all the way down to the bottom. And there you have your line that you will be following.